Welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Nilaus, and this is episode 13 of our Let's Play. So one of the comments I'm getting, and I'll try to be better at it, is the part about, well, we'll take another spin around the planet, is the part about the stuff that goes on behind the scenes or off camera. Because yes, there is a lot of things going on off camera. Here we are on Just Too Nasty, the third planet of our system. This is going to be our smelting planet, as you can see. Just lots and lots of nice rows here, and this is the last thing I built. I was running out of steel back on my home planet, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go over here, plop down a bit of steel processing, realized that I didn't have enough iron, went all the way through all planets, made sure that I have tapped all the iron we have left, because it's only 2.9. So those are the kind of things that I choose to not do on camera, because, well, it's not that super engaging to set up these yet again and go around tapping more of these deposits. But I'll try to keep you up to date with what I'm doing so that you can get kind of a sense. The idea here is that I want to make sure that there's a continuous story rather than there is a full overview of everything that we built. So the story that I want to tell today is the story about purple science. So why do we want to go with purple science? Let's just make sure, let's go a bit faster. Go faster, let's go back to VHU. So also just smashed a bit of concrete down here, but then realized that every bit of concrete takes 2 iron, and yeah, the fact that we're running out, that actually is not great. So I'm probably gonna hold back on paving the entirety of this world. I know it's sad, but that's just how it's gonna be. All right, let's see. So we have this planet. Whoa, looking good. I wish we could have this part with the sun in the background, but that is by definition not possible. Right, so let's have a look from this view what we are going to do. We are going to work our way towards the purple science. The purple science requires processors. We have that built on Wundertüte. That was one of the first things we outsourced, so that is excellent. And then we need some particle broadband. Particle broadband, you can see it requires some green D8s. That is, actually we should have looked at that because I built that on the smelting planet. So we already have that. We built that as part of our graphene build. No, we built that as part of our organic crystal build. So we have plastic, we can leach some of that. And we also, what was the last thing? The last one is carbon nanotube. So let's have a carbon nanotube that requires a bit of titanium. We got that. And some graphene, that we got that as well. So this is pretty good, actually. This is pretty good. So we need to make sure that we'll tap some. So the process is, I'm going to make some nanotubes, then I'm going to make particle broadband, then we're going to make purple science. And why do we want purple science? Well, the whole objective of this right now is, since we only have less than 3 million iron left in our system, we need to get off this this system and get out and find something better. Finding something better is requiring two things. It requires warpers. Warpers can be made down here from the green lenses. The green lenses is coming from strange matter and diamonds. Strange matter comes from lots of deuterium, so that's not going to be today, and particle containers, which we don't have, but it also requires to be made in a particle collider, which again, the particle collider requires some of those, the second item, those frame materials, and the frame materials, they are up here. That frame material requires, again, more nanotubes. So it makes sense for us to start with the other side, which is the information matrix. The reason we need the information matrix is because over here, where are we? Drive engine unlocks mecha warp. We can't do that until we have mecha core level 4. Mecha core level 4 requires that one. 500 of these. And there's also another one, this one. Universe exploration. I'd really like to do that because then we can see the resources we have within 6 light years. Very nice. And once we actually get the purple science, then we'll get on with a lot of other things. So that is where we are. So that means the first thing we need to do is find a space where we can build some. Why can I not figure out where I should build it? Okay, there we go. Let's find the space that I want to build it. And I think I have some room for it. I think this is a good space, right? Yep. Right below the super magnetic rings. Yes, there are. Somehow always running out. Super magnetic ring is really, really difficult to keep up. Oh yeah, by the way, I was kind of worried that I was going to run out of water on this planet. So I took one nice location here and just paved it like this, or not paved it, but yeah, paved around it, and just hooked up a million billion water pumps. So this will be our water pump build for the entire world. That's just how it's gonna be. It's just super easy. So now I know that I'm not gonna run out of water. I have a large stockpile. I can really quickly get in here, and then I'm getting a lot of materials in. So that's just one of those small things. Not super interesting, but you know, it needs to be done once in a while to do that. Let's see. So this will be our location, and yeah, see, this one I don't like. I actually have sort of contemplated back and forth whether this is going to be... You can see these power poles here, the wireless power tower. Hate that name. They're indicating the lines that go all the way, the meridians, and this part... I was kind of thinking like, okay, just move it in so it's not sort of overlapping with the previous one. But if I do that, then if you look at it from this view, this is going to be pushed slightly into the side, but all the stuff on the south will be slightly pushed in, and then it won't have that clear line. So it's really awful. So you can see like that, it's now off center. So I'd rather have like clean lines on these meridians. That's where we have these. It's gonna look better. So what is it we want to do? We want to make nanotubes. Nanotubes, that's the one. And what do we need? Inbound. Oh, it's only actually two things. So that's graphene that we have and titanium ingots that we have. Cool. And it's actually building quite a bit of that. So I think I need to... Let's see, do we have that? Yeah, we have a lot of these. Good. I think I have a plan. I have a plan. 1, 2. I think this is going to be the pattern. And that will be nanotubes. Copy, paste, 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 paste. Alright. So the idea here is return, outbound, and outbound, and then return, outbound, outbound, and return. Ah, missed one. There. That's good. That is really nice and simple and aesthetic and all that good stuff. So let's do that. That's not connecting, but that one is connecting. So we'll put it here. All right, so the next question is just how big do we want it? I think I want to build it like 12 deep because these are... I'm gonna need 12 of them, I think. If I look at sort of here. Okay, so I want to build 6 of these per second. So I should have 6 particle broadbands per second. That means I need 12 carbon nanotubes per second. So if I want to make 12 carbon nanotubes per second, then I need to do 4 builds will give us 2 per second. So 4 times 6, 24. 24 of these. Let's do 24. And oh, by the way, and I'd also mentioned that it was nanotubes is also used for this one that we also need. So let's double it. So instead of, that would mean that it would be 6 on each. But what if I build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There. I think that's more what we want to build. So let's smash this one down and then see if we can see what we can do. And so this is done. Now all we need is to request things. Do we want we need 5,000. We request 5,000, I guess. Here. Let's get that in and that one in. Ooh, we are not getting enough of this. Let's just request it. Request local. Request local. And only send drones out if you have more than that. There we go. In the meantime, I can go... Oh, I can just go up here. Because I do think I need some more stuff. I need more of everything. Well, not everything, but... Need a few more of these. For sure. And then I also realized that I carrying around these. Don't want those. And I'll be taking a few more here. Good. Now we can go back and let's have a look, and maybe it'll be working right now. Well, no, they're still inbound, but they're coming in. All 90 or all 50 of them are working. Great. So this will give us 24 carbon nanotubes per second, which is obviously gonna be using more graphene than I have at this point. Well, I'm gonna burn through my stockpile of graphene and converting a lot of it into nanotubes. That's okay. There are a lot of cool things that need nanotubes. So let's get that sorted. Oh, now we got the rest of it. Yep, and we should be seeing them starting huffing and puffing. You can see that little tiny yellow dot here. That's the one we really need to look for when you are scanning a base. That's basically like the bottleneck mod in Factorio, which indicates that these are not working. So as long as all the little yellow dots are gone, it's all good. And they're working. Great. Do we get some nanotubes in? Yes, we do. We got nanotubes. Cool. So that was the first little thing that we needed to do. And then I need to figure out what the next thing is. And, well, I think I need to... Where could that be? Where could that be? It could be... I think actually I want to build it right here. Huh. Yeah, that's a good place. Right here. Because I want to have it sort of close to this, and that means I need a lot of... I have 1.5 million of this. Okay, that's a good opportunity for us to spill some more wine on this planet. There we go. It's now all done. What? Oh, okay. There. There. Great. This is a good place for the particle broadband, and it'll be started right at this location. So we are... And it's so tempting just to take one of these and shift click it, but then you also get all of the inputs and outputs from that, and that is not great. That is not great. That is also not great, by the way. Make sure that we put it in the middle. Here. That one. And what is it we want? We want to make particle broadband, and that requires nanotubes. It requires the... I don't even want... Crystal silicon, yes, and plastic. Yeah, so those are the things we need. I'm gonna put some stuff in here. I don't actually think I want this. Yeah, I don't want to request it off planet. If I'm looking at my import hub, this one there, and this one, yep, I am requesting it, so that's good. See, this one is not requesting. That's not great, actually. That is not great at all. Oops. That means we're going to be running out of things that require the coils, which is always, if you're running out of something, it always starts with the magnets, into magnetic coils, into motors, into electromagnetic turbines. It's always the electromagnetic turbines, because they need so many inbounds, and you just always underestimate how many you need, because they're needed for the supermagnetic ring. They are also used for this one as well. Particle containers, or anything late game, you really just need a ton of it. Plus, also, a very nice little detail, you also need supermagnetic rings here and here for the conveyors Mark II as well. So, no matter what, it's always the so-called green engines that you're going to be running out of. But that is just what it is. So, what is it I want to do here? I want to build a big thing. It should be 12 deep. I think I can make it 12 deep. Here, so let's try that. I'm gonna have 2 in the middle, yeah? Because this is a 3 inputs, so it's gonna be 2 here, and then 1 input and 1 output. Oh, 2. That seems too big, right? That has 1 between, and that has 2 between, yeah? Good. Let's particle broadband this part. And then copy, paste, 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 paste. 4 things. Yes. So, are there anything that is higher quantity than the rest? Not really. Not really, though. So I think I want the inner one to be... Let's take that one. Here. And then I'm gonna make it a return line. Oh! So. And this will be... one more line and the other one. And then it's really important that this is the return. Oh no, I have to actually use the back row. Oh, I always hate that. There. And on the other side. That's 1. That's 2. And then... Oops. I think I... That's definitely some problems here. I think I'll actually get it out here. That one here. There we go. And this one will be then returning. Right, so that should work. And then see if I can make 12 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. All right, so again, I'm just gonna build this and then we'll be, we'll see how that works. And so this one is done as well. And we just need to hook up some things here. I got all of these things. Let's see what we can do. I don't think I want more than 5,000 of anything here. I think that since I'm requesting everything locally, I think it's actually okay. These are super slow builds. So just get 200 of each, or 2,000 of each. Give us 5,000 of that. That's pretty wild still. And local demand there, local demand there, and local demand there. So that is how we do it. So everything will be locally demanded, even though this is on a second planet, because I bring it into my import hub, and then from there I will be locally demanding it. That means everything is, the intention is that everything here will be, every finished product will be locally demanded, because that means when I transition gradually from having a local supply, for example of plastic, then I will have like local demand and I don't need to change it, because when I move plastic to, let's say, another planet, then I'll be bringing it into my import hub and then doing it. This is exactly what we've been doing with, let me get those out, with, for example, steel. Steel is a good example, and because, or actually also silicon. So steel is a good example because I started out having it built here, but then as I scaled up and I ran out of iron on this planet, as you can see, then we are now requesting it. But instead of me going around to every single place that is requesting steel and changing it from local demand to remote demand, then all I need to do is just put it into one import hub. And that also means that I can look at one location here and then see if there's a shortage of steel. Do I have a shortage of anything I'm importing? Nope. Well, yes, one, definitely. So that might be something we'd want to fix as well. This one looking good. And we are starting to get some particle broadband. That is excellent. I think that's pretty good that we get those already. Let's have a look at what the next. Well, the next thing should be pretty obvious. It's going to be the purple science. So, purple science. Now, I would like to build it together with the other ones, the red, the yellow, and the blue, but I can't really fit it in unless I would move my import hub, and I don't really like the idea of removing my import hub. So I guess I'll have to build it somewhere down here. Where would be a good place to build it? I think I'll build it here. I'm going to need that space for something else. So let's build it at this location right below here. Let's do that. Do we have what we need in terms of... Nope, we don't have enough concrete. So you never have enough concrete. So we just tap some concrete and I'll be brought in from some other location. And I just said I'm going to save the concrete, but I'm not actually going to do that. Oh, that's the one that hasn't been hooked up. Someone really should do that. And I was looking for below the photon combiners, right? That's the one. Below the photon combiners. So we are going to take this location, spill some red wine on it. It's a nice color. Here. That's a gigantic area. Why am I building in such a big area? That makes no sense, doesn't it? Does it? It makes no sense. Why am I building it here? I'm not. I'm actually building it on the inside, of course. Of course I'm going to build it on the inside. Yeah. Okay, now it makes sense. Alright, so again, this one is, in my opinion, misplaced. And it should be built instead there. So... someone should be moving this, but someone is a bit lazy, so they don't bother with that, and we'll just make it better on the next planet. So we can now make information matrix, and information matrix require the newly minted particle broadband and the processor slots. Here, I'm gonna get some of these in for the requesters, and let's make sure that it is powered at least. Do we have any of the... Nope, we don't. That's okay. That's why we have the hub for these kind of things. And give me 50. I love it. I love it. It's so damn easy. So, how many do we need? Well, I think it's going to be pretty simple on how many we need. Is that correct? Yeah, it looks correct. This is on a 10-second cycle, and like all the other ones, I want to produce 3 per second. So... this one can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is half per second, and then more stacks. Cool. So it's going to be 6 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks brilliant. Fits pretty well. Also going to be just a bit of room for that one as well. I might actually need to get just a bit closer. Yeah. We can make it a bit closer, can we? Just for the sake of mining that coal out later on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. Now it should be a bit more room for the mining of the coal. And I'm gonna get... oh, that's the wrong one. It's very subtle, but the one that has the most should always be the inside, because the inside will be bringing it in faster. Not that it really matters in this case, since everything is super slow, but you know, principles. Here and inbound. Yep, it's very tight, but it's... oh wow, I don't have power poles. I don't have very many power poles, at least. And here, these are horrible to drag drop, so luckily there's only a few of these, so I can just do that myself. In. This is just reminiscent of the good old days where you had to put every single one by themselves. Wow, that was crazy. That was crazy. I can't believe we even played that back then. Oh, no, that's too many. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. I want to make sure that it makes it at the same speed as the other one, not at any other speed. So we're just gonna get 2,000 and 2,000. I think, yeah. Request nothing. Request nothing. And I'll put 5,000. Let's see what the other ones, how much do the other have? Yeah, they also have 5,000, and they're requesting 5,000 of the other things. That's a lot, actually. Oh, this one's way too big. Let's do 5,000. Let's actually only do 2,000 for these. I think that just makes better sense. This one is running at a faster speed, but still no reason for it to be different there. And this one should go up to 5,000. And the blue one, I don't know why I intend to make it these big stockpiles. I think it's just, yeah, that's never a problem. Cool. But I'm gonna make it, since these are kind of expensive, then I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, it's looking good. These out here are kind of always bothering me a bit. I kind of tell myself that I shouldn't care about it, but I do. All right, let's see the last one coming in, or the next one coming in, and then we'll see if we can get it up and running here. And there's the processors. Come on, processors. Go, 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 go. It should be able to keep up. I really feel that. There. And it's working. And since it's producing 3 per second, then it's actually consuming 6 processors per second. That's kind of a lot, but we have a gigantic stockpile on the other planet and various stockpiles here and there. So I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. And up here by our hub, I am going to add one more. I'm going to request 5,000 apparently. Input and not remote. And we get the first 100 inbound. Luckily, they're actually pretty close. I should have been building them up here. This just makes more sense. What about power on this planet? We did have power problems last time, but I think that the majority of our power problem is actually coming from the fact that, or for power solution, I would say, is coming from the fact that we have quite a lot in our Dyson Sphere. If you look at it, 2.31 gigawatts of power. Each of these is reserving 25. So if I wanted more, I could just get... Oh, actually I have 18 of these. So it would be a good idea to just build this. There we go. Like that. And then the other way as well. Each of them, you can see how much it adds every time one player is placed. 2, 3, 4, 7. And why is it not working? Oh, there it is. There it is, just coming in. And we got the science. Science is working. Yay. But of course we're not. Everything else is super saturated, but the purple one is not saturated. And this one can consume so much more than we have available. So it'll just send a little burst. It'll get some science. It's going to be good. And then it'll probably just drop down. But it's going to be 4 minutes until we have the mecha core. Once we have the mecha core, I think it's actually better to do this one. Well, it doesn't really matter. This one just unlocks mecha warp, but we can't warp without the warpers. So it's kind of a bit of a moot point. But we get the tech ready for it first, and then from when we have the tech, we are going to research so we can go out and figure out where we want to expand moving further. I will just use this opportunity to build these ones while we wait for the science. Let's go and grab some more of the ray receivers. How many do we think we need? Ray receiver, ray receiver, ray receiver. It's that one. There. Oh, that's like way too many in here. Yeah. That one was, and it's not going to be in this line, but it's going to be one in, and then... Can we do it like this? Yes. And we just tap until it fits. There we go. So this is basically how we need to contain our science. I do have one concern though, and that's the fact that we are now starting to consume a lot more graphene because of the nanotubes. And since we're consuming more graphene, that means less graphene, or if we run out of graphene, that also means we run out of solar panels. And if we run out of solar panels, then we run out of power, and then death spiral ensues. So that's probably something I should take care of, but knowing me, I'm probably just gonna run out of power, and then we'll go, oh no. All right, well, how much now? We're now reserving 2.11. That's a bit much, but on this planet, which is where we're going to be using the majority of our power, I think. So let's keep it like this. The challenge with this one is that you have to sort of, you set all of these in, and they'll reserve a fixed amount from the Dyson Sphere, or Dyson Swarm, and Dyson Sphere for that matter. And then you have to figure out if that's too much or not enough. They might actually go higher because the continuous mode is increasing. Shouldn't they always require the... I don't know. I can't remember. How is this one? This is still coming in. And is this one done? It is almost done. Then we get the... Oh, that's actually a lot more max core energy. That's going to be super handy when we need to warp, because warping is taking a lot of power. How much is this one? 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And we should be good to go. Okay, you can see this one is actually going a bit further around. There we go. Mecha level 4. What we need to do is this one. How much is it? It's 1,000. So 1,000 more, and we're producing it at 3 per second. That's something. Let's talk a bit about what the next challenge is, while I'm also standing here and getting charged up to our new maximum. There we go. I know you can get more, but then you have to pay attention to it. Okay, this, and then we'll be looking at the plan for the next step. The next step will be warpers. Warpers can be made in 2 ways. And I don't even need anyone to say that it's much better to make it out of green cubes, because green cubes, we don't even have the research, but green cubes also need quantum chips, and that is insanely difficult. So for the next very long time, for the first such system, we are going to use the green lenses as exclusively the way we are making it. That's just the way it is. So green lenses, tracing back, green lenses here. Green lenses, that's diamonds, we already got it. That's just from coal to graphite and into diamonds. That's easy. And then the strange matter, that's the big one, because it's big in 2 different ways. So first of all, you're going to need a lot of the particle containers, so we need to be careful. Also pay attention to our electromagnetic turbines and graphene. Yeah, and more things requiring graphene. So this might be a problem, but I don't think it's going to be the bigger problem. The deuterium, how do we get deuterium in this world? Well, the answer to that is this planet, the gas giant, St. Cabbage 1. Is a bit of a gassy fella here. Lots of hydrogen and lots of deuterium. So how do we collect that? We collect that through the use of these orbital collectors. But the orbital collector, and this is where it gets annoying. First of all, it needs a silly amount of those, and I need 40 of them to fill up the planet. So yeah, it is a planet. It's a gas giant planet. But it needs some charged accumulators. So accumulators can only be made as uncharged, and then you have to charge them. So again, this was just changed in the latest little mini patch. Then previously you needed 6 supermagnetic rings, now it only needs 1. Massive change. So that's really nice. So the accumulators are much easier to make. So we're going to make some accumulators. We're going to charge them using some energy chargers. That's also expensive. And then we'll be building this. And then we can make the deuterium, we can bring the deuterium back, but the main issue is the fact that the strange matter has to be made in, look over the right hand side, in a particle collider. So we need to make particle colliders as well. Particle colliders require yet another item that we don't have, and that's the frame material. So the frame material is something we absolutely need to make as well. Let's click on the frame material. We have the ingredients for the frame material, although it's starting to consume some of the things that we don't have a lot of. So we're going to need to make frame materials in order to make particle colliders, in order for us to make the strange matter. And by the way, these particle colliders use a stupid amount of power, like 12 megawatts. Ouch. And then makes the strange matter. And once we have the strange matter, we can go into the eggs, green eggs, the green lenses, and then we can go to warpers. And then with our tech, then we can actually get onto the next planet or solar system. That is super nice. All right, dear beloved purple science, what are you doing? You should be almost ready right now. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's just filling up. And oh, what a mistake. That has to be 100%. I don't want to send them out unless they have 100%. So this one should get up to 50 before another one gets dispatched. That's my, oh, is it 50 they take now? Yeah, 50. That's nice. 50 and 400. And actually, that's another thing. Now that we have purple science, well, there are a lot of cool things we can get. Most importantly, +2 construction drones. I'd like that. That'll help us as well. Faster construction drones. That's really nice. We don't really need this, but we have some things. We can also get more solar life and better ray transmission. So that's like a ton of cool things we can get here. Also get our logistics. We can get research speeds. I wouldn't recommend getting this anytime soon. It's not research productivity, it's only research speed. So range utilization, that's always nice since we're running out of things. But it's not going to be worth it right now as in same as your. Here we go. Come on. Finish this one up. And 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Once we have that, we are going to go out. Okay, I'm not going to fly out anyway. We are going to zoom, and then look at our neighboring systems. Universe Exploration 3, anything within 6 light years. That means we can take a look at this, and then we can see, okay, so this one has fire ice, but nothing else. We can't see how much, so we'll have to fly there. Next one has crude oil, fire ice, fractal silicon, and spiniform stalagmite crystal. And 2 planets with water. This one has also 2 planets with water, crude oil, fire ice, fractal, organic crystal, and spiniform. Yummy. There's some good ones here. What about on the other side? Tarzed. Oh, crude oil, fire ice, kimberlite, fractal, organic, spiniform, sulfuric acid ocean. Oh, sulfuric acid ocean. I think... Oh, wow, that's boring. That is not particularly interesting. No rare materials here. That's Tarzed, and the other one is... Oh, this is because it's out of range. It is 6 light years away, but I would have to jump there and take a look at this. It's only 6 light years away. That was the one we looked at. And fire ice, kimberlite. Okay, so even though there are lots of cool things here, the stuff I want to look for is a system with multiple planets that has a lot of iron, and then some other cool things. And we're basically going to go flying out here, but that's going to be the next episode where we fly out and see what we can find out there. We've now completed the purple science, and that's going to be just chucking along, getting some purple science, knocking out a few of these, and then we'll be working onwards towards the warpers, and with the warpers we can go out into the void, and that's what we're going to be focusing on next time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. If you're enjoying the series, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel so you can keep up with all the good, hopefully good content that comes along, and leave a comment if there's something you want to do more or less of and see difference in this series. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and stay effective.